Hi guys, my name's Zara Marie. I'm a makeup artist and I am basically doing my first YouTube video today. I hope you guys like it. I'm just going to do a basic eyeliner look, which is the cat eyes flick. I hope you enjoy it. Please leave any comments if you have any sort of suggestions, if you like it. If you don't, let me know, and I hope you enjoy it. Right, so I've just put a hairband on just to make sure that no stray hair goes into the foundation in any way, it's just out of the way. Right, first things first, we're going to start off with an eye primer potion. Very, very, very important because, you know, if you're going to do your makeup and you're going to take time to do your makeup, then you might as well pop a little bit of primer on just to make sure that it holds on that much longer. Alright, so the one I'm going to use today is the Shadow Insurance by Too Faced. Another really good primer is the Urban Decay one. That would probably be the best one, to be honest. So just pop a little bit of this on and then it will just stay on for much longer. Just a small amount like that. And I'm going to sort of rub it between the two and then just literally pop it all over my eye. Spread it evenly up to the top of the brows. And you can even put a tiny bit underneath as well. Same thing on the other side. Right, next thing, obviously as you can see I've got slightly darker pigment underneath my eyes, so I'm actually going to use a corrector and then a concealer. A corrector is basically going to counteract that pigment underneath your eye, so it makes the eye a lot brighter. So the one I'm going to use is the medium to dark, and that is the corrector from Bobbi Brown. Alright, and then just pop it underneath the eyes. And just pat it on rather than rubbing it on because it just stays on a lot better if you pat it on. Just like that. You can see it just tones it down a little bit. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a concealer. This one's great. This one is the Bobbi Brown foundation stick. And then dab it all the way across the eye. Just like that. So you've got the under eyes done there. Okay? Next thing we'll go on to is the foundation. I'm actually using the Luminous foundation from Bobbi Brown. This one's really nice. I like to use it during the winter time because obviously when it gets really cold your skin gets a little bit drier. The Luminous one is gorgeous for the skin. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm actually, instead of just like a flat foundation brush, I'm going to use this one. It's 187 from MAC and it's sort of that tapered badger looking brush. And then I'm just going to really gently sort of dip the top bristles into that foundation. And then I'm just going to sort of dot it onto my face and then blend it in. And I find that this one gives a much more even effect on the skin, and you can sort of build it up with this brush rather than sort of applying too much, and sometimes it can get a little bit streaky with the flat foundation brush, but that's just my opinion really. And what this Luminous one would just give a really, really nice sort of like subtle glow to the skin. Nothing sparkly obviously, but just like a nice dewy finish, which I love. And I also don't put any foundation on my eyelids at all, just because I find that it just sort of makes your you know, any eyeshadow or anything that you pop on your eyes crease a lot quicker. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set down the foundation because obviously you don't want it to start sliding off your skin. So I'm just using the Bobbi Brown Warm Natural Powder, and this is a sheer press powder. I'm just going to use a little bit, just a little bit where sort of, you know, areas where you feel like you get a little bit oilier, maybe on the T-zone. You don't have to do it all over the face, but as I'm quite oily, I'm going to do it on the majority. Just take a fluffy brush, pat some on. And then I'm just going to really softly sweep that across my forehead, down my nose, but just really, just a small amount because you don't want to look cakey obviously. You can take a smaller brush actually if you want to do the underneath of the eyes. This one's just the Shuamora one. Just going to take that underneath the eyes just to make sure that the concealer doesn't crease either. We're going to go on to a little bit of bronzer just to get a little bit more warmth to the face. When you do your foundation all over and it's matching your neck, what it can do is it just takes away the natural warmth from the face. So this one is the Bobbi Brown Bronzing Powder in Golden Light. Just use a little bit of the Golden Light and then just nicely sweep it across the forehead and down the side. And as I said, I'm just using a little bit. down the nose, across the cheeks. And what I do with my brush is going up and down, but my bristles are always going downwards. A little bit on the chin, and a little bit on the neck as well, because that's the one area where we don't tend to tan very often, or at all, really. So you can see I've got that little bit of warmth to the skin, but it's not sort of orange or anything like that. Next thing, we'll go on to a little bit of blush. This one is the Bobbi Brown Coral Blush. I mean, I do it in two different ways. You can either suck your cheeks in or smile, and I do both of them. So first I start off with smiling. Just gets the highest point of the cheeks. So pop it all on the apples of the cheeks, and you sort of blend up a little bit. And then I'm going to use the Nectar Shimmer Brick, and this is also from Bobbi Brown, just to give it that little bit more. So now I'm going to suck in my cheeks and do that. I'm going to use Champagne Quartz, which is actually an eyeshadow from Bobbi Brown, but I love to use it as a highlighter because it looks really, really good on the skin. So it's just sort of like a shimmery beige, and then go underneath the eye just by the cheekbone. Blend that through, again above the eyebrow. Blend that out a little bit. Just so everything sort of sits on nicely. Lovely, just like that. Okay. So that is pretty much the face done. Now I'm going to go on to the eyes. Instead, as I said, I don't use foundation on my eyelids itself because I just find it makes everything crease. So instead, you can either use a cream eyeshadow, something that's a skin color, and that one will set down, you know, it's almost like a primer. If it's got a waterproof base, it's almost like a primer. But I'm actually using ABC Gum, which is a very nude eyeshadow from Urban Decay. Just pop a little bit on, and I'm actually going to do that all over the eyelids. And it will just neutralize the eye. And if you're using any other eyeshadows, what it does is it makes everything really, really easy to blend in rather than just sticking onto the lids itself. It'll just really help to brighten up the eyes as well. Lovely, just like that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the flicks. So I've got Bobbi Brown Black Ink here, number 1. This is lovely. It's waterproof, it's smudge proof, but within the first few minutes you can smudge it through, which is really nice if you want a slightly softer look. I just find it a lot easier to work from the hand, so just a little bit on the side there. And I am using Bobbi Brown eyeliner brush. I love this. This is perfect for flicks because you can get a really nice thin line with it. And just coat the brush nice and evenly so it's nice and flat. And then what you want to do is you just want to sort of hold your eye a little bit, not sort of pull it, just sort of hold it so it stretches it out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from just before the middle, and I'm just going to sort of create a thin line through the eye, going upwards, and just really slowly move it into a flick. But it's just a line at the moment, as you can see. Yep. And then what you want to do is you want to get to right at the corner of the outer eye, and you want to join it to the flick and then fill it in. So just take a little bit more, get to the corner of the eye, and then just sort of do a shape so it joins together, and what you'll be left with is just this gap in the middle. And then all you got to do is fill in the gap. So just fill that in, and then just sort of take it how far into your eye. I just take it sort of halfway through because I like to sort of open up my eyes a little bit more, but you can take it all the way in, you can do an extension, you can carry on from the bottom as well. And obviously when you're first sort of starting out doing a flick, it can be very difficult to sort of master it, but don't sort of like give up and then take it all off. Literally just get a little bit of a cotton bud, put a little bit of makeup remover on it, and then just sort of like wipe it so you get more of a shape. And I'm going to do the other one now. Just get that shape. Bring that up. And one side's always more difficult to do than the other. and in this case it's my right eye. So just make that line. Join together. Just making sure that they're both even. Perfect, there we go. Next thing we want to do is the mascara. So I'm actually using Hypnose Precious Cells from Lancome. I love this, it's really, really great for the lashes. And then I'm just going to sort of look up and do my lashes from there. Just give it a little wiggle from side to side. Okay. Just like that. And you can do the bottom lashes if you want to. I will do that later on. Alright, next thing I'm going to go on to the eyebrows. So I am using, actually my friend converted me to use this, and it is the Dior eyebrow pencil. It's like a powder form, so it doesn't sort of like set on really hard. So just make sure that your eyebrows are nice and neat. Alright, and all you got to do is literally start from the inner corners and just very lightly sort of drag the pencil along the brows and create that shape all the way through. And then I'm just going to use a brush. This one is a Too Faced one, it's just the eyebrow brush. And I'm just going to sort of blend that through really nicely so that it's nice and soft and it doesn't look, you know, it looks really nice and natural. Lovely. So you have that there. Alright, so nice and shapely. And then we're going to take a little bit, go back to the Champagne Quartz, that's from Bobbi Brown. And I'm going to use this as a highlighter underneath my eyes. So just literally run that through underneath the brow. And it'll just give a really nice lift to the eyebrows, really. Great, and then I'm going to go back to my lashes. So I am using Shoe and Mirror eyelash colors. They are the best. I recommend everyone to get one. I mean, if you don't want to constantly wear false eyelashes, buy this because it's amazing. So I just take it, I obviously let the mascara set a little bit, and then I'll pop them on the top. Normally people tend to use the lash colors first, but I do it after because I find it gives a fuller effect. So literally pop that on top of the lashes. Make sure obviously you don't get your skin, because you'll know if you do. And then literally take it, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly let go. And you can see what a huge difference it makes to the lashes. I mean, I cannot live without these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release it. See? False lash effect. So I'm going to take some more of my Virtuose mascara and I'm going to pop it all, and just this will just make it stay and just create another layer onto the lashes, obviously. And then, as I said, you can take some underneath. Last but not least, I'm going to do my lips. Just a nice nude sort of colour. I'm going to do a pinky nude. I'm going to start off first. If you're a lip biter or you find that lipsticks just don't stay on your lips, you want to use this. This is Lip Primer Potion. Go all over the lips. Over the top. And this will literally hold any lipstick on amazingly. And then this is also a Urban Decay one. This one is Ozone, and this is just a wax for around the lips, so nothing sort of bleeds, no lipstick bleeds out of your lip. This is amazing too. So just line the outer corner of your lips, and then you can pop your lip liner on. So I'll start with the top. This is something I actually learned from my mum. I used to watch her when I was younger all the time, and now I do it as well. So just one line down the middle of your lip. It just gets a middle ground for you. And then I do the 2 lines because I like a very distinctive lip as well. And then I start from the bottom and go up so you have that lovely angular lip. And join them together. So you've got that lip line, and you can see it's very nice and angled. And then I am using Too Faced Centerfold lipstick. This is one of my favourite lip colours. It's like a pinky nude. It is gorgeous. And then I'm using just a lip brush. I'm gonna blend that out a little bit, just so that there's no sort of like, you can't see a distinctive line of lip liner. Lovely, and that is it. Right guys, so this is my completed look. Thank you for watching, and I'm very sorry about the lighting now. My lights decided to turn off suddenly, so sorry about that, but I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please leave any comments if you want, if you have any suggestions or comments, or if I could do anything better, let me know, and thank you very much. Bye!